Okay, so we're up to episode 4, There Was a Man.
There Was a Man.
Written by Elizabeth Sarnoff.
Yep.
Directed by Alan Taylor. So one of the Game of Thrones directors.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. So, There Was a Man is an episode where this is seen as the bit where season 1 starts to really come into its own.
Mm.
The first 3 episodes are seen as build-up, and this is seen as where it all explodes.
Yeah.
Because what happens in the end of this episode, so the beginning bit is all about the fallout from the last one where Alma Garrett's husband died.
Mm.
That's sort of everything up, and so the rest of the episode is building on that because basically Al Swearingen wants the claim because there's gold there, and Alma Garrett doesn't want to sell it, so she enlists the help of Wild Bill Hickok. And the whole episode builds on that for about 50 minutes, and then Wild Bill Hickok gets shot in the back of the head by Jack McCall.
Oh.
Yes. What did you think of There Was a Man?
That was another great episode.
It was a great episode, yes.
I was genuinely shocked when he died. And I know he said it was telegraphed, and but there were some subtle moments, like, Wild Bill's writing a letter to his wife and stuff, and
well, there's a bit of beginning where he's like, let me go to hell the way I want.
Oh yeah. There's little stuff like that, but when we actually got shot, I was generally like, oh.
Yeah.
And he said out loud, I was like, oh.
Yes.
It was like a red wedding all over again.
Yes. So Jack McCall believes that what happens at the beginning is that he basically, Wild Bill Hickok beats him at poker again, leaves him with absolutely nothing, as shown by when he has the suit still with the tag on, to imply that he's stolen it. So what Wild Bill does is gives him a $1 chip to buy himself dinner, misconstruing that as an act of pity instead of kindness, so it's ambiguous as what it is. He becomes so angry he kills him. Yes. It is a shocking moment for how fast it is.
Yeah.
What's also clever is the way that they shoot this in the exact same way they shot the earlier fight scene.
Oh yeah.
Because it goes close up it goes closer to Wild Bill Hickok. Yeah. But instead of him turning around and doing that, he just gets shot in the back of the head.
Yeah. Also
the way Wild Bill Hickok for the first time is sat away from the door rather than towards it.
Oh yeah.
Which is a subtle moment, which is how he managed to get the drop on him.
Yeah.
To imply either that Wild Bill Hickok doesn't care anymore or that he was let his guard down. I probably would interpret it as he doesn't care anymore.
Yes. Yeah, I thought that, yeah.
He's basically willing his own death at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that happened.
That happened, yes. This is weird because this episode is the most serious one so far, with the saddest stuff, like Alma Garrett reacting to her husband's death.
Yeah.
But it's also the funniest.
Yeah, it is quite funny, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Also coming from EB, Blade Runner Man.
There's a hilarious bit in a later episode where Al Swearingen does an impression of EB.
Really?
Yes. And it's just as amazing as it sounds.
I look forward to that, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, the funniest moment is her husband's just died. EB is told to give her the $20,000 to buy the gold claim. Thinking that he's smart, he offers her $12,000, and it's instantly rejected.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, this episode is one where it has, because she comes into her own in this episode.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Brilliantly played by an actress who's gone on to do pretty much nothing else.
Oh.
She's well known as being an independent actress who won't choose any projects that's big other than this for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, she really comes into her own. Again, you could see that all the men in the thing could be looking down at her because she's a woman. They think that she's just going to sell it out to them with no problem.
Yeah.
And their miscalculation of that, even on Al Swearingen, who's proven to be the smartest person so far, even he underestimates her.
Yeah.
And he can't buy the gold claim because of that. God, it was shocking, that ending.
I'm still kind of reeling from it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this is why it comes into high gear, the concept of the fact it's a lawless town. Because they have Jack McCall now. It's all about what can they do with him when there's no laws. Yeah. Because they can't really have a trial because there's no trial system.
Yeah. So what can we do with him? What was the deal at the end where that guy rides into town like the head?
During the first episode, Al said that anyone who bought back an Indian head would get, I think it was $50.
Oh yeah.
So the joke was that he comes back with the Indian head, but no one cares because Wild Bill Hickok has just been killed. Yeah. So he rides around
and everyone's ignoring him.
Everyone ignores him. Yes.
Yeah. I get it.
Just to show how fast moving the town's become.
Yeah.
Yes. There's some brilliant stuff in all where It's amazing, isn't it? Like the last episode compared to this, the hardware shop. Just seeing how much bigger it had become.
Yeah.
That sense of progress, yeah.
Yeah. No, that works really well.
Yes.
And obviously, I like how each episode picks up pretty much straight after the last one, and just in terms of a timeline, just keeps going.
Yes.
Not a lot of standout Al moments in this episode.
No.
He's more of in the background this time.
Yes, Al actually gets some great moments in the next episode because he becomes like the judge of the trial.
Oh.
So yeah, he gets some great ones there. There is the amazing confrontation with Wild Bill Hickok and him.
Oh yeah. It is good. Yeah.
That's amazingly well acted by Ian McShane and Brad Dourif.
Keith
Carradine. Yes.
Yeah.
Who's a holdout actually. He's in McCabe and Mrs. Miller. So I imagine that's how he got the role. And
Yeah.
he was probably the biggest star at that point. He was not a massive star, but he'd been in films and stuff.
Yeah, he's done stuff.
Killing him off was probably quite shocking again because of that.
Almost like Dead Stark-esque.
Almost like Sean Bean, yes.
Sean Bean, yeah.
Also, this episode had a bit of controversy because it mixed up the whole thing did because it mixed up the timeline a lot.
Oh yeah.
In real life, Seth Bullock didn't actually arrive in Deadwood until 2 weeks after Wild Bill Hickok had been killed.
Yeah.
So they just mixed it up to make him meet.
Make it more dramatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great labyrinthine storytelling in this.
Again, yeah.
Because the way that, semi-spoiler I suppose, but not really, you can see it coming, the way Seth Bullock ends up meeting Alma is because he's through Wild Bill Hickok.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just like, all the characters meet at points, but it's not like a really cheap way to do it.
No, it makes sense for the world, yeah.
Yes. Also, I like the way, it's a real subtle thing, you probably won't catch up on it because it's subconscious, that every episode so far has had a day and night structure.
Yeah.
But this episode is set totally during the day, almost to give you the expectation the night's gonna come, but it doesn't because he gets shot. Almost to leave you in false sense of security.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's good.
Yes. Another standout moment for me is the brilliant scene where there's the callback to the cunt scene from the last one.
Oh yeah.
Where Jack McCall's so drunk he's like, "You cunt eyes."
Yeah. Cunt lips.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else you want to add, or are you in a state of shock?
I'm still in a state of shock. I liked Wild Bill Hickok.
Yes.
He was a pretty cool character.
Yes.
But now he's gone.
His fame eventually killed him.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed this one.
Yes.
Another great one.
Another 10.
Another 10. Yes, I think so.
Another 10. It was brilliant, and the characters had more to do in this one.
Yeah.
It's really heating up now. This is the beginning of a great. The Jack McCall storyline's great.
Yeah.
It takes up like the next couple of episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, great television.
Looking forward to see what's going to go next.
Yes.